Okay, hello and welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, we're going to talk about how to build your team. So first, you need to acknowledge that in order to grow, you need to hire a team. Let me just say it in another way. In order to make more money, you need to hire a team. As an entrepreneur, it's easy to want to do everything yourself. In fact, Chris Ducker, he's a blogger and an author. He actually wrote a book called Virtual Freedom. The subtitle is Virtual Freedom: How to Work with Virtual Staff to Buy More Time, Become More Productive, and Build Your Dream Business. This is a book I highly recommend reading. What Chris says is he calls it superhero syndrome. He says that as entrepreneurs, we think that we can do everything and we think that we can do it better than everybody else. And that may be true, but there's a limit to what we can do. We only have enough hours in the day. So you may think that you can do it better, or maybe you think that you just don't want to give up any of the money. Maybe it's your first $500 check from a client and you just really don't want to give up any of that money. Whatever the reason is, to grow your business, you're going to have to hire a team. So again, as an entrepreneur, it's easy to want to do everything yourself, but to put it simply, you need to hire a team to make more money. When you make more money, hire a team. I know I'm being redundant and repetitive on this, but it's very important. And if you can grasp it at the beginning, you'll be much better off as you start to scale and grow your business. So at this point, you have two options. Number one, you can hire domestically or you can hire overseas. There are advantages to both. And without getting too much into it, you need to do both. And just quickly, kind of as a quick tip to save you some time, I've found that it's best to hire roles like bookkeepers domestically, while the marketing and the technical side of things can be done internationally. For example, you might want to hire a bookkeeper that's in the US or even in Canada, someone that understands numbers and someone that you feel that comfortable that opening up your bank account to. Um, while the technical side of things, of course, like any tweaks on websites or even your own website, and then the marketing, of course, with the SEO and the content, that can happen regardless. It can happen from people domestically in the United States or Canada, or it can happen in the Philippines or in Romania or Croatia or wherever. So the topic of outsourcing overseas is turning into a subject of debate for a lot of people. And there's a lot of talk about keeping things made in America or whatever. In this line of business, it just doesn't apply. Your job is to get the best result for your client while bringing in the most revenue that you can. That's it. So every decision that you make is based on that. Every money-making decision you make is based on that. Getting the best result for your client while bringing in the most revenue that you can for your own business. So we live in a digital world, and it's full of very bright and talented people. And many of those people are found in the places like the Philippines, India, Romania, Croatia, Argentina, and of course the United States, Canada, Australia, and so forth. The goal then is, your goal is to find the best talent at the most competitive rates so that you can service your client while growing your business. As Tom Friedman says, he's the author, he says, the world is flat. And right now, there's never been a more exciting time to build a business that creates employment opportunities literally around the world. Plus, on a side note, it's just plain fun knowing that you run an international team in your company. It's great. You can even mention that to your clients if you feel the need. You can say, I've got great hand-picked talent from around the world working for you to get the best results for you. So one thing to think about is whether or not you're going to hire your new team member as an employee or a contractor. Obviously, there are more obligations by having employees, especially when they're domestic. But if you're looking to reduce your overhead, consider contracting instead. The key is to make sure your systems are in place and that you can see every amount of work that should be getting done is actually getting done. And that's again where tools, like in a few lectures ago where we talked about the tools to use on a daily basis, that's where, of course, email and systems project collaboration like Asana really come into place. They can help you stay on top of everything in your business. You can get a good snapshot of what's happening on a daily basis. So that's that for how to build your team, and next we're going to talk about actually creating your virtual team. I'll see you in that lecture.